Never Hip and Lame podcast.
Another episode of Never Hip and Lame podcast. I'm your host, Tristan Tarantino. And right now I got my man Bill called Boomer on the show. Appreciate you for coming through. Appreciate you for having us. And obviously in one of your establishments. So first and foremost, I wanted to get into this right here. As you can see on the back, it says Pump Number 9. That's one of his establishments where he throws a lot of events and also performs himself. So what made you come up with the concept of also the name, and what did you want it to represent when you got it?
First of all, welcome to Pump Number 9. So the idea is that we just wanted to create our own space to give artists a chance to throw their own events, and for us to throw our own events, and just be somewhere where artists or any type of creator just feels at home. So originally, a year and a half ago, up until now, and to this point, we were throwing events out of our in warehouses and like our homies' cribs and stuff like that. And even during COVID, we was throwing stuff in my apartment. Me, Griff, Seven, just walk, and we would just pack like 200 people in the apartment and stuff. Yeah, you know, just on some real on the ground, just raging type shit. So we were blessed with the opportunity to get our own space and to get a second space as well. And that meant a lot, because that just showed that like our hard work was just like really starting to pay off. And having the love and support of the city was great. How we came up with the name was, we had about like 3 different name ideas. Okay. And you know, my name Bills. So I'm a simple man. So I was like, let's call it Bills. They're like, it's simple. Let's see what else we got. My one man's Griff had came up with the idea of gas station. Okay. I'm like, I don't know. But then my other man said to build on that, how about we call it the pump? You know how you go to a gas station to let me get 5 on the pump? Yeah. That shit just sounded cool. And he was like, I also know you want a number and your club name Bill, so he said number 9. It's like Pump Number 9. So we just ran with it, and it just like rose off the tongue. It does actually. You feel me? Like, and you know, we just got that gas in music.
Nah, because I think it was one of the things just Googling you and seeing exactly everything you're about that honestly made me want to do the interview was, one, the name alone and just your music in general. Obviously, coming from New York and then coming down here in the DMV, I feel like Baltimore has a lot of artists and obviously a lot of venue places that people should tap into and people should want to do. And just the name alone, like I said, Pump Number 9, is synonymous with you. It goes hand in hand up at this point. Is it one of those things where you wanted that to come across, or like was it really just a simplistic idea and then it blossomed into everything that it is now?
Yeah, I would say it was a simplistic idea that just blossomed to everything. You know, because like I said, we was just doing stuff in cribs and stuff, and we was just trying to have a good time, just trying to have fun, and just trying to find somewhere for us to like express ourselves. And then it just turned into something big. Like I always thought about having my own kind of establishment. I was like, I'm like 40 or something. I have a fucking sports bar or something like that. But you know, to have it at 23 years old, you know, like to have it tonight. I don't feel like I'm in my prime yet. But for me to have it at this age right now, it's a year and a half in. It's like means a lot. Like I said, I work hard. Me and my friends have worked hard. The whole city has been working hard. Yeah. You know?
For sure. No, I mean, you did. 23 years old to have not one but 2 coming off of COVID, and then also being an artist within that. That's a tall class, and you definitely make sure you handled it correctly. But obviously, you also are an artist. So when it comes to first and foremost just making music and your whole process, what is that like for you? Is that like an everyday thing, like most artists, or is it literally you have to be in spaces where you're just a madman? It's like I'm just gonna focus on making music.
I gotta be in spaces where I'm a madman. A lot of the music I write comes off at like 2-3 in the morning, like somewhere like isolated. And I still put like a lot of focus and time into my music. I'm more of but I'm also just about timing. Like when it's time for me to get back into it, then very well I'm about to get back into it. You feel me? Like the signs in my life in the universe and stuff like that is what let me know that it's time to put out more music, or it's time to focus on like just one aspect. So right now I've been able to balance like running the establishment, 2 of them, and still be able to drop music. Where I just dropped the song which like I felt like helped embody like my current like path into this world, and just and with my art and everything.
Now, you did talk about your new single, New Era. I've definitely tapped in. I've listened to it a couple times. I actually listened to it on the way up here. It's probably actually one of my favorite songs that you've done in recent. What was the concept behind it? I know you talked about it just encompassing everything, but walk me through the writing process and all that just to come up with that.
So the beat is Tyler the Creator, All Toddlers.
Yep.
Which is like my favorite Tyler song.
And you brought me back when
also,
you did that. I was like, oh, he know his little Tyler. Okay.
All right.
Exactly.
I'm like, bro, I'm like, this is like one of my favorite beats of all time. And to see that it got like remixed into a drill beat, which I'm like just like really showing like the new times that's going on, like the new era and everything.
There you go.
So I'm like, okay, I want to do this. I've never felt so connected to a beat in my life. Like how I feel with this beat. So I got the beat. I sat on it a little bit. Like I said, I'm all about time. And like when it's time to write, it'll be time to write. And like another 2 and 3 in the morning type situation. And I was just looking, processing everything that was going on. You feel me? I wrote that, I think right after I opened Pump Number 9. So I'm okay. So I like just really processed the COVID situation leading to that, and I was just like, it's time. It's time for a new era.
Yeah. No, I think now that you've explained it, it makes me better understand where you was going with it. Because like you said, it was an old Tyler beat, and you really got to know your musical history, for lack of a better term, when it comes to that beat. And as far as like the importance of it, I think when it came to him coming out and all that, and then how you took it based off of what you were going through, your coming out party. I'm opening up another one. Like, I want y'all to feel me. I want y'all to see I'm coming. So it definitely works. Is that going to be more of the same type of music we getting from you now moving forward, or is that just a stepping stone into a new project and things of that nature?
It's more like a stepping stone, but I'm going to do like a few more drill type situations. I'm working on an EP called like Drill Carl Boomer, which is just mainly just 2000 samples into drill beats. So just to do that for the summer, just to play around.
That's gonna be nice.
Until I get back into my trilogy stuff. I had like Die Now, I'm working on Die Later, and Live Forever.
Okay. So in the process of making that out, why the 2000 era specifically? Like, was it something more about the beats that you grew up with, or is it just like what made you just choose that era?
It's trying to touch into the stuff back in my childhood that just made me appreciate the world I was in. Just like stuff that I really embraced. Just mixing the old with the new. And like in my situation, like when being 23, like that old.
Yeah, you're in a very, because I'm trying to turn 27, so it's like even though it's a 4-year difference, music moves in 5-year intervals. So that's why I asked that question. Like you specifically, why did you choose that one?
So the early 2000s to the mid 2000s would really help shape how I wanted to do music. I'm just like I grew up on a lot of Southern type music, so Soulja Slim, BG, Pastor Troy.
That's
artists like that.
Those are some good names if you want to grow up with something good.
I used to have all the Gucci Mane tapes and shit. This is CDs, the Frost Wires, and Lombard type stuff. So I just wanted to just tap into to my influences, to my past influence, not just everything that's just so current.
Never Hip a Lame podcast.